Hello, welcome back to Shittywebcomics Weekly. We're angels. Donate to our subscribe star to know more than
We're
everyone
angels,
else.
we're biblically accurate angels, but also seeing into the mind of God, and demons to some,
Uh,
definitely demons to some, demons to plenty of people,
but angels, just straight up. And
but also
also,
above all that shit.
get
We're so
yourself
above it all.
get yourself canonized into the Hyperborean Bible by donating $5 a month. Ensure your ticket to Hyperborea. Just $5 a month.
The Cyberborean Ultramensch. The Cyberborean Ultramensch that you love so much, they listen to us.
Yes. And if you don't, you are inferior. I don't want it to be that way, but you don't have to be inferior. You can become like them just by donating $5 a month to our subscribe star.
Why did you want to be inferior?
Yeah, why would you choose to be inferior? If you want to be inferior, don't donate to our subscribe star. But if you're tired of being inferior, if you're tired of thinking that all the other streamers are the ones telling you the truth and you're a sucker, um, feel free to not donate to us. But if you're tired of being jerked around by people who really are clueless and don't know any better, then
Or more
definitely become
specifically,
Paypig.
what I really hope from our audience is that they don't want to be suckered by somebody else who doesn't have good intentions for them.
Yeah, like if you find yourself actually wanting to listen to people like fucking Andy Worski, then definitely don't donate to us. You stay in the dark where you belong. That's fine. But for everyone else who's tired of being manipulated, everyone who's tired of being especially susceptible to propaganda, if you're tired of
If you're
that,
thinking about
just
like
$5 a month
somebody,
to become immune.
if you're thinking about a comic book creator that you want to donate to, some kind of content creator you want to donate to, but you don't want to be scammed, you should definitely give your money to us.
Well, yeah, first of all, you will find out the only correct ones to donate to. We know who they are. Every time we've been correct, we've actually, this is genuinely not a joke. We have been proven correct every single time. If you want to know the honest, good creators that you should support with your money, we have been correct every single time. We've been proven right every single time. And if you want to know for yourself, all you have to do, you don't even have to donate to our subscribe
And
star.
that's
All you
also
have to
why
do is
we're
just pay
not
attention to
popular.
us.
That is the reason why we don't have more success and popularity.
Well, unironically, other people who have said we are too honest. Um,
Yes, that's simply what happens.
Even Nick Rekieta said that in anger about about us. And this was, by the way, years and years and years ago. He proved us right, but first of all, years ago. Then throughout the following several years, continued to prove us right and still does. So again,
Man,
it,
I can't believe he
like
did that.
unironically, if you had listened to us back then, you would have seen all of the Nick Rekieta stuff coming like half a decade in advance.
Yeah, any of you people who are listening to this and you donated your money to like Nick Rekieta or any one of the numerous scammers and grifters, and then you fucking regretted it because, of course, why did you give your money willingly to somebody you don't really know or trust? A lot of these people end up listening to us and they're always like, oh, you're so right. And then we step on one of their sacred cows and then they fuck off again.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that a lot genuinely we are so brutally honest that most people are not capable of even
And
handling it.
I refuse to foster that attitude
Yeah,
that
no.
we are going to be the replacement e celeb for them so that they can finally have their new e daddy to
We have
fucking.
unironically burned down like probably 100,000 potential parasocial relationships that other people wanted to have with us, or just something like that. And
I
that's
know for a fact that we essentially sabotaged the potential for an easy career with a very big actual comic book celebrity who has legitimate talent. We
yes.
basically kind of crashed that, not really in anger or anything. It's not like we're bitter mortal enemies now,
No, well,
but we
like
can't really be in a business partnership with a lot of these people.
yeah, and we have worked with some of them too. We've worked with some successful, and again, we could talk about that. We have though, so I don't fucking. We're just glossing over this just for fun. Um, Here though, the Tetsuya Shida. Now this is March 10th, so it's not even that much later. There are so many more. I want to, but I want to go over more Sinfest. But we're just going to cover this one, just a short episode.
We might never cover another one ever
Yeah.
again.
But I mean, it's worth it to also to front load with tons of bragging about how we're right because that filters the genetically inferior people who get pissed
Yes.
off about how our track record has proven that we're correct
We could literally
and they
end the
can't do
show right
anything
there and
about
be like,
it.
okay, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. But you know what? From a professional
They get
standpoint,
mad because we're right.
I
That's
don't
one
know.
thing that's also been
Yeah,
proven.
that too.
The only reason that people get mad at us for saying that is because we are correct
You know
in
what? One
saying
of the
it
things
and
that we've been
correct
correct
just in
about since
general.
the beginning also is just Sinfest. We started some of these videos covering Sinfest, and we did like 3 videos, and I was immediately tired of it. I was
Yeah,
just
there
like,
was
no,
another thing
fuck this
that's
shit.
interesting. Nobody
It's
ever
boring.
reviewed Sinfest before until us. No,
Yeah,
not a
no.
single person had ever. There had been like some fawning people like, "Oh, Sinfest is great," and it's like, "What's great about it?" And it's like, "Oh, it's great," and it's like,
It's a
that."
cute
By the
art
way,
style,
is not
okay,
a
but
review.
I can look at cute pictures of kittens and get the exact same effect from a cute art style.
Yes,
Oh, he's so badass. Okay, but he's wrong about this, 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 and
yeah,
this.
or
And
or
honestly, it's clear he didn't think about it.
or it's just like lazy, dumb punchlines that are like, dude, what if there's a delightful
Dude,
scene where
read the
this old lady
Lamau.
raps or whatever the fuck, just
It's
completely
very, you know what it is?
silly,
It
dumb,
really is very
shallow,
much Seth
meaningless,
Rogen.
pointless,
It's like if Seth Rogen was
cliched.
Japanese and he wrote a fucking webcomics. That is so fucking accurate. It's another fucking prescient fucking point that I personally have just discovered.
It's amazing. Just what we were able to do for Sinfest because first of all, Sinfest
That
literally
we're the ones
changed.
responsible for this.
Tetsuya changed his comic because of our reviews. That remember when he
Yeah,
used
we
to make all
started
of them
that.
as GIF files? Remember that? They
First
used to
off, that
be all black and white, and they were
yeah,
all GIF files, and we were like, why are they still GIF files? This is like fucking nobody uses GIF files unless
it's the
they're
year
animated.
2021, and he's using GIF files, static single frame GIF files, because it uses slightly less space, but it just destroys the quality.
Well, it's also because it's indexed color. That's the reason why people use GIF files, and then PNGs also use indexed color, which is good for when an image file only has a few colors. Then it saves it as a very small file. When it's a colored file, when it's a colorful image, you need to save it as a JPEG usually. A PNG will be a huge file, although these days that really doesn't matter as much. Now it's the era of the lossless PNG that's like 3 megs for a
Mhm.
tiny
And,
image,
and it's just
something
an
like that.
artifacted thing that used to be a JPEG on Facebook to
Yes.
begin with.
Yeah, people, yeah, just save artifacted JPEGs as PNG. This is far more
This is where
interesting
the
than the
And
comic,
this is
actually.
also ancient. This is like 5 years old plus or more.
Yeah,
These fucking deep fried crispy shitpost memes, where it's just been artifacted back and forth like
yes.
200 times on purpose.
That was also something we appreciated before anyone else could, is when something just had, like, not too much artifacting, but when it had just the right amount. And it was like, oh, this artifacting is exquisite. That became a meme with us.
We made a
Um,
board on our own Discord for it. Cuckservative memetic perfection,
Yeah, it was and
where
the
it's,
whole
it has
point
to
of it
be
was
some.
that it had to be artifacted. It wasn't correct. It wasn't the correct. And the thing is, that era's kind of past. That era's kind of gone away now. Now that a lot of boomers are on Instagram and Twitter, that just kind of save everything as PNGs, anyways. But here, maybe
So
we
yeah,
should
there's
actually
just
read the
PNGs
comic. I
everywhere, and
guess
then
I
I
don't
have to
know.
convert them into JPEGs myself, which luckily it does that automatically.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could just save it.
Holy shit, is
Um,
this guy's shield a big moving red eyeball? It's literally the fucking Eye of Sauron in this guy's
you're
shield.
playing WoW. Well, whatever.
He is an elemental shaman,
You're
troll level
intentionally
18
choosing to
elemental
play a
chamois,
game. What's gayer, reading Sinfest or fucking playing World of Warcraft? Who can even know
reading
anymore?
Sinfest.
Well,
It
speaking of
depends on
gay,
how you play World of War. If you play World of Warcraft with a perspective of hating it the entire time, you're actually less gay. It's
here
actually
though
more
is
healthy and sane.
March 10, 2025, and it's giant, shirtless, Aryan, tall, muscular white
It's
man.
like Ultra Chad.
Yes, but it's also kind of gay. But he's saying white, and again, it's like a Japanese guy's idea of like, I'm now a tall Aryan pagan, by the way, because
He was doing a lot of
his
the
comics were
pagan
making fun of
LARPy.
Christianity too before this.
Yeah, he was making a lot of pagan LARPy comics like in the last
Yes.
few
Well,
years.
this again, this is another one of that. This is like sort of the height of that. Um, and his thing against Christianity was primarily that it was Jewish, that it was essentially uh, Judaism, that it was Hebrew.
Which
Uh,
it is, but
entirely.
also at the same time,
It
that is a
is.
Jewish DNC
It's
shill
so
tactic to run.
it's so Jewish. But anyway, so yeah, he. This is in the middle of his full Aryan pagan LARPing Viking era.
He's maximum LARPing.
And it's like again shirtless, muscular, blonde hair, blue eye guy saying "white nations for white people, black nations for black people." He's holding a coffee for some reason, though. I don't know what that represents. Doesn't seem to represent. But he's
Maybe
standing
it's
in
a
front
reference
of
to whatever the previous weeks are.
yeah. But he's
Are these
standing
daily
yeah.
or are these weekly?
Yeah, he was probably yeah, these are daily. So yeah, maybe the previous
Holy
day he
shit.
was at a coffee shop, maybe. So there's supposed to be continuity, but he's
Man,
standing in
imagine doing
front
this daily
of
and not doing it in AI.
he's standing in front of I was gonna say her name is Monique, but actually I think it's a different character who's
I have
like
no idea. Fucking
the
yeah, Monique. That was
feminist
one of the
chick.
characters. Of course, it's a similar anime style of
Well,
same face.
it was from the well, like Calvin and Hobbes anime style, but it was from the Rad Femme era that was like 10 years before this now, where it was the girl on the big wheel who would ride around like trying to break the patriarchal matrix or whatever, and she wore goggles and had purple hair. I don't know who she actually is. I don't remember her name. Um, but she's there. She's like a kid, and then there's another little kid that is, I think, clearly supposed to be Tetsuya's self-insert, but as a kid, or are they just short compared to the Aryan Giga Chad? Um, I don't know. But in the second panel, the Giga Chad Aryan says people instinctively prefer their own race. This is natural. This is healthy. The best society is a homogeneous society, and he's standing in front of like a couple of I think MAGA jacks or something that are the Sinfest version of the MAGA Wojak, sort of, maybe. I don't know. They're wearing red hats, but it doesn't. It's kind of indistinct. And then the last panel is the I think the Tatsuya self-insert saying homogeneous society, and then it's like gay genius painter
Extremely gay,
musician
flamboyant,
Einstein.
like upsettingly
Yeah,
flamboyantly
it
gay.
drew all of them as not only massively gay, but all of them have huge dicks. Well, you can't really see dicks, but they're like wearing like pink panties with just like goofily huge bulges. And of
They're
course, a
like to
bunch
wear
of
panties and
eggplant
walk down
emojis.
Fifth Street.
Yes. But, anyways,
And yeah, the third gay guy is Einstein, but gay, and he's got two dildos.
because he's a he's going to do he's going to the science with those dildos,
And
I
then
guess.
the fifth panel is somebody just saying, "Where's the punchline?"
Yes. Well,
Oh
the
wait,
punchline
there
is
is
a
no fifth
pun.
panel.
It's the same kind of punchlines he always did going back like 25 years. It's just someone in the fourth panel will make a goofy face and say, "Would you?" or make a dumb pun.
What did you just say?
But again, just the fact that he's like gone full pagan Aryan LARPer is itself way more entertaining and interesting than any punchline Tetsuya could ever make. Which and I'm in favor of that. I was like, go by all means, go full fucking
Live your true self,
yes.
life,
See, it's
whatever the
just
fuck.
yeah, tying in with the Noel Stevenson stuff where she went trans male. Tatsuya is here going trans Aryan, trans pagan, trans Aryan, trans
Kind of like how
Nordic,
we're
trans
trans black
Viking.
and trans Latino. I'm half Japanese and half Mexican. I'm the ultimate white nationalist.
Yes, exactly.
I'm the most racist white nationalist to ever exist.
It is as I suspected. Lives in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah, what would be better, half Filipino and half Brazilian?
Perhaps, mayhaps.
I would say that would be the most racist pairing I could ever fathom.
So racist. A little too racist for my taste. That's what I think. I disapprove. I disapprove. Am I saying it in that
Brazilian
voice?
male and Asian female, or Brazilian female and Asian
It
male?
was like when
Brazilian
Joker,
female.
that scene in Joker when he's, he's on the Murray show and then suddenly he points into the audience through the movie, breaking the fourth wall to point out a mixed race couple. But then he sees that it's a white man and an Asian female. Never mind. And
Never mind, false alarm. And it's also fucking Shinji
Shinji and
Ikari and fucking
Asuka.
Suka
That's how her name's
Langley.
pronounced, Asuka.
Asuka.
This
There's
is
a U in it.
Asuka.
It's in fucking English. That's how it's spelled.
I learned how to pronounce it from Grand Theft Auto 3, which is the correct, not only the correct
That's
way,
right.
but the
Her
best
name
game
is
in the series.
Asuka in that. The end. Case closed.
Yeah, the end. Good job listening to Shitty
Good
Web
job listening to
Comics.
Shitty Web Comics, but also hooked on our new forced catchphrase. Now that we've mastered the old one, is hooked on phonics worked for me.
Yes. And if Hooked on Phonics didn't work for you, then you should have listened to Shitty Web Comics.